2022 champion. Well, looking at that women's singles draw, it's come down to the last 4 berths, and the winner here will either face one of Nozomi Okuhara, a former world champion, or the reigning Olympic champion Chen Yufei in the semi-finals, with the likes of Tai Tzu-ying and Yeo Jia-min potentially awaiting in the final. So it's a very intriguing lineup that we have for you in the women's singles, and I'm sure one of these 2 women will be desperate to get their campaign go even further, even deeper, as we see the 23-year-old Wang Zhi make her way onto the court first. And here is the former champion of the India Open, Busanan Ongbamrungphan of Thailand. She won it in 2022 when she beat her teammate Supanida Katatong. And she's back again to try and go the distance and repeat that feat a couple of years later. Well, these 2, of course, weren't expected to reach this far necessarily given the women's draw, but here they are. They have a 1-to-1 head-to-head record. The last meeting, as you saw, there was at the Badminton Asia Championships in 2022, and it was Wang Zhi who won the first round match, 12-21, 21-15, 21-15. Before that, also in 2022, they met at the Korea Open in the second round, and it was Busanan Ongbamrungphan who won that 21-17, 17-21, 21-18. So both of their previous meetings have gone the distance. You see that 27 years of age now, from Bangkok, the capital of Thailand. She's ranked 18th in the world at the moment. Has broken into the top 10. We have to go back to November of 2022 when that happened. And look at that result. Round 1 beat Yvonne Lee in very, very smooth way, 21-10, 21-13. But then she saw off the number 3 seed, Akane Yamaguchi, also in straight games. It was a big, big win for her coming into this quarterfinal. And what a way to do it, to see off the number 3 seed. Wang Zhi, slightly younger, 23 years of age, from Hubei in China. She's currently ranked 10th in the world. Has gone up to 6. You have to go back to January of 2023 when she did that. And she's seen off 2 of her teammates, Zhang Yiman and Han Yue, in the first 2 rounds, also both in straight games. So neither of these 2 have dropped a game yet. That makes this one all the more enticing. And Wang Zhi with a 75% win-loss record in her career. And this year it's 1-to-1 because she lost in the second round of the Malaysia Open to Hebing Zhao in 3 games. As we see there, the umpire for this match is from India, Mr. Dayton, and he's joined by Mohammad Nazib Ismail from Bangladesh. It was also a second round exit for Busanan Ongbamrungphan in Malaysia. So her win-loss record this year before this tournament stands at 1-2. She lost to Tai Tzu-ying in straight games, 7-21, 11-21. In the quarterfinals, though, they have both not played this year. And looking at last year, Wang Zhi has a better record. She's 3 wins to 9 losses in the quarterfinals. Busanan played 2 quarterfinals in 2023 and lost both of them. So it's been a bit of a recent jinx. And I say recent because she has won this tournament, among others. As we see the players get ready to start this quarterfinal. The quarterfinal she played last year on the HSBC BWF World Tour. Busanan Ongbamrungphan was at the Malaysia Masters, and she lost that to Han Yue 2022 9-21. And then she also lost the quarterfinals at the Asian Games last year to An Seong in straight games, 12-21, 13-21. So she'll be looking to turn this quarterfinal jinx around. It will be Busanan Ongbamrungphan who will serve to get this match underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Busanan Ongbamrungphan, Thailand. And on my left, Wang Zhi, China. Busanan Ongbamrungphan to serve. Love all. Play. Service over.
Just wide.
1 love.
And Wang Zhi is on the scoreboard. 75% win-loss record in her career compared to Busanan's 59. That one's
Service over.
bang on the
1
line.
all. Service over. 2-1.
Wang Zhi, of course, also seeing off Han Yue, seeded player in the draw. And she's going to be no pushover in this round. With only Chen Yufei from the Chinese women's lineup remaining.
3-1.
She's going to be wanting to be one of those there. It's just her second India Open appearance. Last year, she lost in the second round after retiring in her match against Bai Wenjiang at 3-11 in the second game.
Halt.
And she missed that.
4-1.
She had tracked back to try and make the shot, but then misjudged the shuttle and the direction of the shuttle. And so this is a nice little lead that Wang Zhi's opened up early in the first game. That's wide.
Service over. 2-4.
And by this time in the tournament, of course, both these women will be well adjusted to the conditions. So they won't play as big a part as they would in the early rounds. You can see now a couple of mistakes coming off
3-4.
Wang's racket. Neither of these women have won a Super 750 title. That's one that they'll be definitely eyeing. So it's the lines and the backcourt in particular that both seem to be struggling with. Having the ability to push past and be accurate is going to be key. What a drop shot.
6-3.
She knew she had a chance with Busanan's back to the court.
Wang.
That one there. And Wang Zhi knew exactly where she wanted that shuttle to go, knowing that Busanan not only would have to turn around, but then make a dash to get to the drop.
Seven, 3.
When she gets it right, she does it well. Wang Zhi, just finding that consistency early on. She took that late. This is turning out to be quite the rally. Unfortunately, the forehand lift from Busanan landing wide. Again, she was going for the lines and she struggled, especially on this left-hand side of the court. She's tried that left-hand line a couple of times, has not been successful. That's bang on.
Service over.
Maybe she should stick to the right-hand side. Went for the cross-court winner. Got a little bit of an angle there with a slight jump. A 7th Indian Open appearance for Busanan Ongbamrungphan. She debuted back in 2014, where she lost in the second round, as I mentioned, as a former champion. Last year also she lost in the second round, losing to Wang. Wang Zhi leaving her so wide open for that.
5-8.
But Busanan is the one who set that up brilliantly. She was already on the back foot when she had to make that save in the mid-court area. Trying everything at the moment, aren't they? Oh.
Service over.
Unlucky.
9-5.
Looking for the net roll. Ongbamrungphan.
Wang. No delay, no delay. Stay on.
It was fairly even until that last shot there. It's a 4-point lead restored. So Busanan Ongbamrungphan has also gotten to the quarterfinal here in 2019. So this is her 3rd quarterfinal of the India Open. In 2019, she lost. Oh, that time. The round-the-head cross-court winner.
Service over. 6-9.
Was beautifully placed. Pushing Wang Zhi to one corner. She opened the court up wide and struck that very, very well. But she's starting to find a range now.
7-9.
Something that she did extremely well against Yamaguchi. And it's not surprising that Wang Zhi is trying to keep playing her on that left-hand side, because you know that's where she's more susceptible. You see her, she pushes her to that end of the court where Busanan has no choice but to play that forehand down the line. That's gone wide. Overhead bat.
Service over.
So back in 2019, the quarterfinals, Busanan Ongbamrungphan lost to Ratchanok Intanon. And that was in straight games. So she's had to contend in recent times with her own teammates at this tournament. Has been on the losing end a couple of times, and of course on the winning end that one time in 2022. That's wide. Yeah. That's the one that has
11-8 in the
a struggling point for Busanan.
Wipe the court, please.
Left-hand line. So Wang Zhi at the mid-game break has a lead, 11-8, with 10 minutes of play.
เพิ่มอีกนิดนึงวิธีตีถูกหมดแล้วทีมถูกแต่ดันไม่ลึกแค่นั้นพอดันไม่ลึกเขาไม่เข้ารูนะอะไรแล้วจังหวะขึ้นไปโฟร์แฮนด์ตรงไม้นิดเดียวตกเข้าไปเราจะวิ่งตรงได้ง่ายแล้วเราเขาวางเข้าไปดันอีกเพราะว่าถ้าเซฟไป然后后场里的很多平球起来了
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 20 Busanan.
Back and forth, change racket for Busanan.
8-11.
And against Yamaguchi, Busanan
Play.
had a very close opening game, the first half of the opening game, before she started to draw away in the second half. But what was important was that she was the one who was in the lead and controlling. Unlike this one, where it is close, it's only 3 points, but it's Wang Zhi who's maintained the lead. It's a lovely net exchange. Oh, super strike from Busanan Ongbamrungphan.
9-11.
When she does get her racket on that shuttle well, she's able to play it beautifully. Look at that. We made time and space for that cross-court smash. So obviously there is a sideways drift.
9.
Something that I talked about a little bit during round 2 as well. There is a sideways drift going towards the left-hand side, and you can see Busanan actually struggle with that. And on court 2, that's probably a little bit more pronounced. Yesterday she was on court 1, so she's got to readjust her lines accordingly.
12.
That one with a nice little snap. Yep. And now she's in full flow with those cross-court winners, isn't she? Going round the head. Lovely shot. She's made it a 1-point game. Super drop from Wang.
Service over. 13-11.
Completely got Busanan off guard. For her, I'm sure the plan is just to stay in control of this opening game as much as possible. Wang Zhi. No, that's gone wide. She's not able to find those sidelines.
14-11.
Busanan Ongbamrungphan, she tries to go for the corners because, of course, she's being pushed to the edges of the court by Wang, who's got that mid-court covered firmly. I'd say most of the errors in Busanan's game has come on those sidelines.
Service over. 12-14.
2-point game now. Again, smart tactics, drawing Wang Zhi forward with a drop shot right there, and then using her big smash to close out the point on the other end. 29 shots, that one. We've seen a few long exchanges. And both players have done well on the end of those exchanges. I don't think one is a clear favorite over the other. Yeah, great. That was an excellent shot.
14-all.
Just quick reflexes from Ongbamrungphan there, and she's leveled the score for the first time since 1-0. Can she take the lead? That'll be the next task. That's just wide.
Service over. 15-14.
It was the right idea because Wang would have not been able to make that corner of the front court. The accuracy was missing. Now, we talked about Busanan struggling with the sidelines. I think Wang Zhi's very clear problem is the back line and trying to go over her opponent.
Can you check, Nigel?
We've seen her play those clears and lifts a few times and miss by quite a margin. And back on level scores. 15-all.
Thank you.
Oh, again, just
service over.
Such a small mistake, but it cost her the point. She's right there. She made the stretch looking for the net roll, but missed it by just the smallest margins. The racket head not getting under the shuttle. And Wang Zhi continues to be the one who takes lead. That's much better from the Chinese shuttler. A lot more assured.
17-15. Wang.
Goes for the lift.
And the shuttle come down.
And then Busanan has little choice but to clear. Look at that. Frustration.
Service over. 16-17.
We've had two tight matches in the past, and this one is following a similar pattern. Very little separating these two players. Excellent shot. What a time to come up with the goods under pressure.
17 all.
She finds the line on the cross court. Look at how beautifully she turned that racket head. It's a glorious shot. And not only did she keep pace at Busanan
Service over.
Wang Zhi, but she also found
18-17.
a way past her. She was on the back foot in the first couple of shots, but then took control, as Busanan was the one who was scrambling at the end. Holding on to that very important lead. Now just 3 points away from taking this opening game. That's called out. She's challenged Busanan Ongbamrungphan because it was close.
Out.
It's pretty close to the line. It's worth a challenge. That is out. Line judge spot on with that call. And so an
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
Busanan Ongbamrungphan has one remaining in this opening game.
19-17. Play.
And so she opens the gap to 2 at a crucial time, and she's 2 away from taking this game. Oh, what a shot. Beautiful drop from Busanan Ongbamrungphan.
18-19.
Lovely drop from the 27-year-old. She pushes Wang Zhi back with the lift, and then she looked like she was going to potentially smash it, but goes for the slower shot, finds that outside line. She's not giving up just yet.
Play.
Changed her mind right at the end. You could see the hesitation.
Service over.
And that sets up 2 game points
20,
for
game point 18.
Wang Zhi. That shot there, she waited for the shuttle to come down a little bit more, looking for the push. Makes the mistake instead. So 2 game points for the world number 10. Good work by Busanan. She had to
Service over.
play smartly.
19-20.
She thought out that point really well. Instead of making a rash decision, she played an extra shot to open the court up. 1 game point still for Wang. Oh, what a shot to equalize the score.
20 all.
Cross net, absolutely sublime. And she took it late as well. Busanan waited for the very last second to take that net lift and
Yeah,
plays the cross net to absolute perfection. Yeah, she'll be happy with that. So we're at 20 all, level scores. Very high serve. No, she missed it.
Service over.
And so that sets up a third
20.
game point for Wang Zhi. The mistake clearly with Busanan, but
Thank you. Back on court.
again, it was just about getting that height on the shuttle. So this is game point number 3.
Play.
Has landed out, and it is indeed Wang Zhi who takes the
Busanan
first game,
Ongbamrungphan challenges
20-20.
called out.
She took the lead right from the start and didn't look back, though Busanan is going to challenge it. She has that one challenge remaining, why not? I'd have to say, it looked out from where I'm sitting. And it is indeed out. So confirmation that it is Wang Zhi who takes the opening game. 22-20.
First
the
game
score.
won by Wang Zhi. 22.
And she'll be happy that she was able to hold on here. Wang, 27 minutes of play in this opening game, and we're on to game 2 very shortly.
推我跳起来就打你，推我跳起来就压对角，因为你在这里推着我打你一脚，对不对？就在场上要针锋相对，不要说哎呦他这个我就不打了，怕什么？我利用这个。第一个把他拼死以后，后面又拼死了，为什么？没有结合，对不对？所以你的想法能不能硬？你抽出好
นะอย่าไปหลังอย่างเดียวเพราะหลังอย่างเดียวเขาไม่ห่วงข้างไม่ห่วงหน้านะต้องเพิ่มเข้ามา
推你头顶，那我来，发完我就站这里，你来我跳起来就打地上最后。有的时候可以变这种，变有力，懂吗？啊，把这些都变起来。
Go to 20 seconds. Go to 20 seconds. Busanan back on court. Busanan.
Wang Zhi
Second
first
game.
bit on court. After talking to the coaches for some time, and even though she won the
Love
opening game,
all.
she was probably a little too close to comfort
Play.
for a 23-year-old. And she's also in slightly new territory here, because the last 2 times that they played, Busanan always won the first game. Back at the Badminton Asia Championships, it was Busanan who won the first game before Wang Zhi came back in the second and third. So this is new ground for Wang. Long. And it seems today she's on the better side for the second game, which would give her a slightly more advantageous position. Again, the cross-court winners.
So
that's what she's been her strength.
1-all.
Here it comes. The angles she finds on those cross-court smashes have been extremely effective throughout this match.
Service over, 2-1.
Kind of similar to the first game where she made this better start, opens up that gap. It was in the first game she went on a 4-point run, which was her biggest run, her longest run, from 4 to 8 points. Wang Zhi. A lovely net shot. Oh, you've got to give credit.
3-1.
She's played those net shots extremely well. A couple of times. Look at that save there. Waiting for the absolute last second to play it back.
Play. Four, 1.
Yes, this is where we were exactly in the opening game as well. Wang Zhi making the better start. That time it lands in
Service over.
between the two
2-4.
back lines. The 2022 champion needs to really have a nice little run here, find that momentum that she was slowly gathering in the second half of the first game. Wang Zhi showing that she
Service
too
over. 5.
has some cross-court winners in her bag. 3 HSBC BWF World Tour titles to her name, Wang Zhi, but all 3 were won in 2019. She won the US Open, the Indonesian Masters and the Dutch Open, all in 2019. So hasn't won a title since.
Hold on.
Reached the final of the Arctic Open
Keep the
last year
bat
and
down.
lost to her compatriot,
Keep the
Han Yue,
back down.
in 3 games.
Play.
And in 2022, she got to the finals of the Indonesia Open and the Singapore Open, but wasn't able to convert those into wins. It's been a while that she's been on the podium, Wang Zhi.
Service over. 3-5.
But she is able to inject some pace into that. Ongbamrungphan, her shots are unplayable. That one going down the line. And it was all about making it a quicker shot quicker smash.
Service over. 6-3.
Well, you know, Busanan's favorite sort of game plan is to try and drag her opponent to either the front court, close to the net, or to either corner, so that she can open up the court to put the shuttle away where she likes. But she does have that kind of power and pace to play the big shots if she has the open space.
7-3.
And Wang Zhi at the moment is denying her that pretty well, you'd say. It's gone long. Yeah. Ongbamrungphan's also gone all of 2023 without a title. Her last one coming back in 2022 here at the India Open, as I've mentioned. She's got 3 HSBC BWF World Tour titles to her name, no Super 750s. Yeah, that's always a danger when you get caught up in the net exchanges.
9-3.
That you're allowing yourself to be dragged in further and further here. Busanan stepping in one more to play a net shot, and Wang Zhi using that backcourt to her advantage. 6-point lead. This is the biggest she's had in the entire mat so far. 4-point run at the moment. Whoa.
Service
Try to
over.
get that pretty well.
4-9.
Wrong. There was a nice change of pace from Busanan there. Again, going cross-court. She's able to find these points a lot easier. Excellent. Super hit by Wang Zhi on that one.
10-4.
She went for the round-the-head cross-court winner herself, dragging Busanan to one end of the court. Opens it up. And it's a lovely shot. That's straight out of Ongbamrungphan's playbook. And so it is Wang Zhi who holds on to the advantage here. 11-4 at the mid-game break. She's got a 7-point lead. Having already won the first, she's got a foot in the door as far as the semi-finals are concerned.
然后第二个就是他还是老推你正手什么，不要放在后面，能想在前面这样跳，就像刚刚最后这样，这样拿就拿下来了，好吧？把态度要坚决告诉他，我的球风就是你这个是你一个，对吧？啊，这边好发力，所以有的时候你起跳就拿那种不对的高球，他也打不下来。
แล้วไม่ได้แบบไปตีเรื่อยๆตีเรื่อยๆเขาก็ตีสบายเขาสบายเราไม่ได้บีบเขาแล้วขึ้นไปตัดขึ้นไปเปลี่ยน
11-4
There's a lot of work for Busanan Ongbamrungphan to do here. Finds
Play.
herself 4-11 down. Not able to get on top of her opponent in this match yet. She's yet to take a straight-up lead. In the first game, she leveled the score a few times, playing catch-up, but has yet to take control. Some good defending there by Busanan, but
12-4.
throughout that exchange, she was on the defense, trying to just keep the rally going so that she could finally move away from that defensive position.
Play on. Play.
Not meant to be. Excellent hit. She was a full stretch to make that a straight smash. And it paid off. This is now 9 points. This one 8 of the last 9. Wang Zhi. Wide. She kind of knew it also when she hit it.
Service over. 5-13.
Assured hitting from Wang, who is really taking no prisoners at the moment. She's able to move Busanan out of the court almost. Create these open spaces. And it's clearly getting
15
to the Thai player because she's making the mistakes more. When she gets an opportunity, she's kind of hesitating a little bit more. 10-point lead for Wang. Again, what a stunning shot.
16.
The coaches are very happy with that play. You can see the big smile from the coach's chair, but it's a stunning shot. She steps back a couple of paces, and then that's exactly what they wanted. Been a rare mistake.
Over.
So many more in the opening game, but this one is a rare one. Gives Busanan some respite. She's got a mountain to climb here.
Service over.
She apologized
6
for the net shot. I'm not sure why, because it did get over. but sportsmanship nonetheless. Well, the writing seems to be on the wall now. Busanan Ongbamrungphan trailing by 12 points. Wang Zhi 3 away from a berth in the semi-final. It'll be the first of the year for her. That's much better.
Service over. 7,
much better.
18.
Pushes Yang Yi back into the corner with that clear. Gets herself in a position where she can play the drop at the net. Deceitful drop shot.
Service over.
Or deceitful
19,
drop shot, I
7.
should say. Just twisted her racket right at the end. Oh, beautiful.
Good.
And supreme at the net. Called out, she'll challenge it.
Wang Zhi challenges, call out.
Wang Zhi, who's in a very comfortable position, 12 points ahead. And she's not willing to give away any free points and has enough challenges in the game. Here we go. Yep, it is indeed out. So an unsuccessful challenge for Wang.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 8-19.
Still 2 points away from a good win here at the India Open. Wang Zhi. Goes long, and that sets up
Service over.
numerous match points
20,
for
match
Wang
point,
Zhi of China.
8.
She has been absolutely dominant in the second game. "12 points ahead. Again, lovely net shot, and that was a loose lip from Busanan. Wang Zhi makes no mistake, and she's through to the semi-final. Her first here at the India Open, her first of 2024, and she did it in fabulous fashion, especially in that second game. You've got to say, it was one-way traffic
Match
from the
won by
23-year-old.
Wang Zhi.
And she's
20,
through to the final four.
8.
Again, impressive net skills from Wang. Look at that. Beautiful at the net. She left it really late to play the net shot and was rewarded. 22-20, 21-8. And we've had about 45 minutes of play. And Wang Zhi is the winner. You're watching live coverage of the YONEX Sunrise India Open 2024 here on Court 2. We're into our 6th quarterfinal match of the day, and it's women's doubles between two seeded pairs, Mayu Matsumoto, Wakana Nagahara, the number 8 seed.